Okay, bro, if you want to become fluent in English, learning is supposed to be fun and enjoyable. So today I'm going to talk about how watching YouTube helped me become fluent in English without getting tired. I will share all these strategies and all the YouTube channels I watch so you can literally do the same practice. And if you're new here, I'm Andrew, I'm a Russian native speaker, and on this channel I share my experience of how I learned English from zero to fluency in 2 years, learning just by myself while being a full-time engineering student at university. And by the way, if you want to find a speaking partner or make more international friends, I have a group chat for English learners on Telegram, so you can check the link below. Okay, so let's talk about why YouTube is a great tool for learning English. First of all, YouTube is free and available almost everywhere, so you don't need to pay for any expensive courses or material in order to practice. English is the most popular language in the world, so all the best content produced online is in English. I mean, all the main entertaining vlogs, the funniest shows, the top travel content, educational lectures, it's all in English. And that means it will not be hard for you to find videos you would genuinely enjoy watching. And exploring American YouTube is so beneficial for English learners because here you can see how different people speak. You see that they have different accents, they use different vocabulary, you also learn about cultural nuances, the things you would actually never get by following traditional school learning. But here on YouTube, you are literally immediately immersed into real life English, which helps you make progress way faster. And also, bro, like YouTube is just fun. I mean, unlike traditional ways of learning, YouTube is so fun. For example, when I had English classes at university and our professor would structure the class around some grammar rules, she would explain those actually boring grammar rules right on the blackboard. We were doing exercises in the textbooks, but nobody actually was listening to her. But I remember when she turned on some real cool American YouTube video to watch on the TV in the class, even if that video like was out of the class topic, just to let students see authentic English. That's when everybody was so actually engaged in the process. We were so interested because watching interesting videos doesn't feel like studying. And once I discovered the type of content I really loved, I could spend just hours watching videos in English and improving my English without getting tired and bored at all. Okay, now let's talk about how to choose the right content on YouTube so you can improve faster. If you are a beginner English learner, A1, A2, it's better to start by watching videos that were made for beginners. Don't jump into complicated content that was way above your level. There are plenty of educational videos designed specifically for learners at different levels, such as comprehensible input vlogs, slow English podcasts. So those videos will help you get used to English, get used to hearing English while you're a beginner. And as your skill improve, you can gradually move on to content created for native speakers. You just need to think about what are you interested in. Just take a look at the content you watch right now in your native language and find similar videos but in English. Kinda replace videos in your native language with videos in English as more as possible. This will make learning fun for you. For example, the type of videos that made me fall more and more in love with English when I only started exploring American YouTube was American college vlogs or just daily vlogs about life in American cities. In daily vlogs, people mostly speak simple English and it's really easy to understand what they're saying. I really noticed that understanding English on YouTube is way easier than understanding in movies because the way people speak on YouTube is really close to how native speakers talk in real life. I mean, they don't care about grammar much, they use just basic English, and that's exactly what learners need. We need just simple, practical English. And when you learn new vocabulary on YouTube videos, you immediately see an example of how to use that vocabulary, and you understand how you will apply it by yourself when it's your time to speak. And also, there is a rule I try to follow that you should try to watch content where you can understand not less than 85 to 90%. Okay, and now let's talk about the exact strategies I used to learn English on YouTube. The first strategy was to make English content a natural part of my daily life. It means I didn't want to separate English as a subject I need to study. I wanted watching YouTube in English to become my default. So I created a completely new YouTube account where I would watch videos only in English, and I had a rule that I would never ever watch videos in my native language anymore. So if I see any video in my recommendations in Russian, I would just skip it, I would block it, and like I didn't care. Yeah, I just went kind of crazy, but this method worked. And imagine, even if I was watching some random lame entertaining videos, not being productive at all, but at least I did that in English. So technically, I was still improving my English. And this approach helped me create an English environment around, which apparently I don't have enough as long as I'm living in Russia. And if you also don't live in English speaking country, this method will help you start thinking in English and understand more because your brain will build stronger connections to English every single day. Another powerful technique that I used was shadowing. Shadowing is when you put on a video and you repeat everything that speaker says in that video. And there are two different types of shadowing: passive and active. Passive shadowing is when you don't have to understand everything you're saying. You just turn on a video and you repeat the sounds along with the speaker. I usually try to imitate pronunciation, intonation, rhythm, and even body language. And I don't make pauses even if I don't understand everything I've just said, because the main goal right now is focusing on my speaking flow, and shadowing without pauses will improve speaking flow a lot. And yeah, in the beginning, it might be really hard to speak English non-stop for a long time, but that's exactly how you feel your mouth muscles to get used to movements in a new language. And the second type is active shadowing. It is also about consuming English content, but this time I'm not just watching and speaking. I'm trying to be 100% engaged in the process. So I would pause the video regularly, repeat after the speaker, write down new words and expressions that I might use in speaking. And my goal now is to understand everything. If I see the word that I don't know, I will search for the meaning, because the more actively you engage with the content, the more likely your brain is to remember the new vocabulary and phrases. So later, when you are speaking with the native speakers, those words will be much easier to recall. And the last strategy is to engage with content. It means I want to participate in discussions with other people, I want to leave comments to practice my writing, and if there was a chance, I can join different communities online. For example, in our community, we have a chat for English learners from like all over the world where you can find speaking partners or just people to learn English with. So if you're not there, please join. And interactions with other people will help you not to feel lonely on the way to fluency, because it's really important to have fun while learning, and you will see how English works in real life. Okay, now let's move on to recommended YouTube channels to watch. Bro, I watch all these channels myself, and I decided to divide them into 5 categories. The first category is educational slash self-development channels. You can take a screenshot to take a look at these channels later. And when I was a beginner, I watched these channels a lot, especially TED Talks. And for English learners, these videos are relatively easy to understand because people there don't speak super fast. The next category is lifestyle vlogs. It includes travel vlogs, daily vlogs from American cities, vlogs from American colleges, and I think this is my favorite category because it teaches real everyday language. Plus, in these vlogs, there are a lot of interactions between native speakers, and you can see how people behave in American society. For example, I learned how to make a small talk in English because small talk is a really big part of American culture, which I cannot say about my country. Like in Russia, we don't make small talk much. But when we learn a foreign language, we also need to learn these kind of cultural norms. The next category is American streamers. Streaming is a different, fast-growing, and very, very popular culture among young people like our age in the US. A quick warning that for English learners, that's really hard to understand that type of content. I was watching my favorite streamers for about a year before I actually started to understand them easily. So as long as you keep practicing, keep watching, you're gonna get used to that way of speaking. And you will learn a lot of slang that's being used in America right now. And no textbooks, no school teachers will ever teach you that amount of real life slang. And that's really important to know because in real life, native speakers don't always speak standard English. They use a lot of slang, entertaining content. This type of videos is great because it's extremely engaging. You're going to find a lot of crazy experiments, funny pranks, challenge videos, and all type of different unusual contents. The main advantage is that these videos are highly engaging, so you can spend just hours and hours watching content in English without even realizing that you are practicing English. And the last category is podcasts and talk shows. This category is useful because here you can listen to long conversations between native speakers. And unlike vlogs where people often talk about what's happening around with them, podcasts go much deeper into the topics. And besides improving English, talk shows are really entertaining. There are a lot of like funny moments, interviews, games going on, so it never feels like studying. Okay, bro, and with that, I'll see you in the next video. If you like this one, please smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and don't forget that if you want to find a speaking partner or make more friends, you can join my group chat for English learners on Telegram. And yeah, guys, I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day. See you.